Look, when you're a dad, you have a lot going on. You want to be a present and intentional father. You want to be the one who sets the tone in the home. And in most cases, you're the one who provides for the family. Not to mention, if you're anything like me, you're also trying to stay fit. You're trying to grow personally and professionally. You're trying to maintain friendships and, maybe lower that handicap a little bit out on the golf course. My name is Matt. I'm a father of 4. I've been married for 18 years, and here are 5 ways that I stay sane and grounded as a father. Number 1 is pray or meditate or visualize or whatever it is you do to take yourself out of the moment and connect to something bigger than yourself. In my case, it's my faith. I also do visualization and meditation, and sometimes I'll just try and sit in the quiet. But there's so much going on as a dad, like just as a man and as a person in general, that taking, and I'm not talking about like an hour of meditation, 5 to 10 minutes, just sit, breathe, pray. And I love to work out, that's number 2, but being able to take that moment and find the stillness is like the number 1 thing that I can recommend. Okay, the second one is working out, and I kind of wanted to make this number 1. So think of like 1A, 1B, all of these, like they're not in order of priority or importance, but working out, no matter what that is for you, I'm not gonna prescribe a specific workout, but when I'm able to move my body, when I'm able to sweat, when I'm able to lift things or throw things, or like I train jujitsu, so I get to fight somebody, then that is something that, like, honestly, even more so than meditation, the thing that makes me forget about the moment, about life, about whatever it is I've got going on, is that regular workout. So get out, and I'm not saying you got to do CrossFit 5 days a week, but I try and find time where I can exercise almost every single day so that I can get a sweat on. I can kind of forget about the worries of the world for a little bit. It's also, and I have another video about this, it's also a really good opportunity to involve your kids in your workout as well. But get in the exercise and you're gonna feel better. You're gonna feel a lot more sane. Number 3 is reading. Reading is incredibly important to me. It's another way that I can slow down while at the same time activating my brain. I can literally go to different places, it feels like. So whether it's fiction, nonfiction, I recommend a steady diet of both. I have another video where I talk about 10 books for men that you should check out, and there's some novels in there, there's some nonfiction. It's a really good way to slow down while still engaging your mind and also developing personally, personal growth, personal development. Reading, number 3, incredibly important. Okay, number 4 is community, and you should have some group of dads that you can regularly connect with. I was talking to my friend Jay Klaus the other day, and he brought something as he had a friend who just had a child, and he said, hey, if you ever want to call me and just talk about something, or you want to complain or vent about something, I don't even have to talk back to you. I'm not gonna try and fix anything for you. Just give me a call and I'll listen, and if you want me to chime in, I can. Having friends like that is so important, and those can be family members also, but someone that you know that you can trust to just get a couple of things off your chest without them thinking that you're a horrible father. That is incredibly important. It's also important to have dads that you share life with, that the good things happen with, whether that's hanging out, working out, going on trips. It's also really important because when you have a group of dads, especially nearby or in person, that you have shared values with, you know then that your son, your kids, can be around that other dad and trust the interaction that they're going to have. When we talk about it takes a village, it's stuff like that, where this person is gonna be kind but firm and affirming to my child. Incredibly, incredibly important. All right, 5th and probably most important actually is please talk to your wife. And I'm not talking about just the day-to-day conversation, but have intentional, meaningful, purposeful talks with your wife. It helps to have a weekly meeting together, just as simple as let's go over the events that we have, the practices, whatever it is. Just make sure everybody's on the same page, so You're not like waking up at 5 a.m. to go train jujitsu or go to CrossFit. And she's like, hey, wait, what are you doing? Why are you awake? And you're like, oh, I'm going to work out. And she's like, oh, I thought you weren't going today, and that when the kids wake up at 5:58, you would be here. That's definitely happened to me. So having those conversations and like talking about money, talking about what your vision is for your family, like those are bigger conversations. But when you talk with your wife about not just the everyday things, but the important things, the vision that you have together, and I'm going to have another video about that specifically because it's so important. But when you do these 5 things as a man, as a father, you are going to stay more sane. You're going to be more grounded. I'm not always saying that those things are going to be easy or simple because like sometimes it's not easy to get a workout in or to take 10 minutes in a busy day and say like I'm just going to sit and pray or breathe, or like sometimes you don't want to read, or like there are definitely like we all have times where you're like I don't want to talk to my wife right now, and probably my wife doesn't want to talk to me. But understanding that those are temporary feelings and that what you can do big picture as a man, as a father, to grow personally, to provide for your family, to be that foundation for them, do these 5 things and you're going to be well on your way to being the kind of man and father that you want to be and that your family needs you to be.